Hello collective, this is Pam from Artemis Oracle doing your reading. I forgot my mic, so forgive me. So let's see what love messages we have for you today. What message do you need to know at this time for your love situation? Whether you're in a relationship, situationship, talking stage, flirting stage, no contact, breakup. These are the people outside of me. What messages do they need to know at this time? What does the collective need to know at this time for their highest and greatest good? The X, double life, infatuation, rock bottom, distractions, and spotlight. At the bottom we have right time, right place, right time. So what I see here is that there's an X. Everybody has an X. If you're an adult and you've had relationships, you have an X. Unless you're fortunate enough to be with somebody for a long time. So if that's not the case with you, if you have an X, this some of you may be involved with your ex. Some of you may be hooking up with your ex, because the card says undercover, love triangle, sleeping with an ex. Oh my gosh, these cards. As someone you know, right? So it could be someone else's ex, or it could be your ex. So your whatever it is, someone's ex is living a double life. They may be having an affair. Somebody may be involved with their ex who is already in a relationship, and there may be a bit of obsession, an attraction or something. I know how it is sometimes, because I have an ex, and you know, sometimes depending on how your relationship ended and depending on how well the intimacy was, you know, some people tend to like go and hook up with their ex because it's familiar, it's safe. But sometimes that's not really the safest thing to do, especially if you're already involved with somebody, right? But with infatuation, it's like there may be a bit of a obsession coming from someone's end. It could be your end or the ex's end, whoever it resonates with. So someone's living a double life. Someone's keeping secrets, you know. Somebody is not being completely honest, you know. And it says living a lie, you know. Living a lie. Over here, rock bottom, jail, karma, legal trouble, falling apart. So if we look at the cards downward, someone's ex could be going through a very difficult situation, maybe facing jail time, having some legal troubles, or just their life is falling apart in general. And it could be because there is like this third party situation going on, but it could just be something else going on. You know, this person is in jail. Like they live in a hard knock life. With the card here, this person may be married already. And I'm saying that because, you know, it says sleeping with an ex, double life, you know. So somebody could already be married, and their marriage could be hitting rock bottom, you know. So double life. So say you're not involved with an ex. Say you're already in a relationship, but then you're like living a double life, in the sense that you kind of separate your private life or your romantic life from your personal life. And that sounds counterintuitive, but what I mean is, like, say like you have your life with your family and your friends, but then you have a person, and that person's separate from your main life, you know. So it's like you're living two lives. Like you're with this person, it's like nothing else exists. Then when you're with your family, this person no longer exists, right? And so the relationship can be a secret relationship. But underneath we have distractions, options, always busy, wandering eye, kept you waiting. So some of you, if you're in this type of situation where you feel like this person has kind of put you on a shelf, like they haven't really integrated you into their life, but they kind of have you on the side. Some of you may be thinking that this person may be already married, that they may already be involved, that because it says kept you waiting. So some of you probably waited for them. You know, you wait for them to contact you, to let you know when you could see each other, when you can talk, or you may even think that they may be dealing with other people while they're dealing with you, you know. So some of you may be questioning whether the person you're dealing with is being completely honest with you about what's going on in their life. You know, are they being honest? Are they telling you the truth? Are they keeping their options open while keeping you on the sidelines? Are they seeing other people? Are they being intimate with other people? You know, it's something that possibly plagues your mind, you know, and I can resonate with that. I could resonate with that. And so I can understand how that feels as a woman or as a person, where you feel like the person that you do like, that you would like to spend more time with, seems to be always distracted, always busy, always doing something else. And it kind of makes you question, you know, like, then what am I here for? You know, am I here just to entertain you? Am I your clown? Am I, you know, someone that, you know, that doesn't mean anything? You know, so because apparently my place isn't in your life, you know. So I can understand like that, feeling like an outsider type thing, you know. And it's interesting that the distractions card shows the man and embracing a woman, right? So, and then the man's alone on his phone. So that could be you thinking, oh wow, you know, like me and him, we're together, and then, or he's thinking, it could be, because it could go both ways, because I read for both masculine and feminines. You may be thinking, wow, you know, like, we together, if it's good, it's nice, it's calm, whatever. But then here it's like you're by yourself and you're looking at your phone, like, why hasn't this person texted me? Why hasn't this person contacted me? You know, or this is what they're doing. They're busy, distracted, looking at other people, talking to other people. You know, it's that the distractions, you know. And the distractions can be anything. And it's funny because you see the phone has different apps on it, if you could see that. So God knows what apps those are. They're probably made up, but you know the apps. So with infatuation and spotlight, it's showing, let me see something, because my friend just messaged me. Hi, let's see. Let me text. My phone is silent. Okay, so infatuation is spotlight. Infatuation says in denial, obsessed, attraction, spell work. And spotlight, popular platform, narcissist, lover, loves attention, right? You know what's interesting? If we put all this together, you know, sometimes people do things because they want attention, they want love, they want, or they like the idea of being loved. So they like the spotlight to be on them. You know? With the right place, right time card, alignment, divine timing, meant to be, it's like, how does this even apply? So this might be separate energy. But I do think that maybe the ex, somebody could be married. There could be somebody married, you know. A spotlight, yeah, I feel like somebody with infatuation, right? Infatuation has to do with, you know, you're so in love with somebody, or in love with the idea of somebody, that you kind of put them on a pedestal. Right, I'm not saying you, just like when someone is infatuated with someone, they tend to put the person on the pedestal, you know. They put the spotlight on them, you know. They make that person the star of their life, you know. And that could be what's going on with the infatuation energy, but it could be anything. But oh God, I wish I could clarify. Let me see. Can I clarify really quickly? Let's see. Let's see if I could do a speed clarification. I'm going to get one tarot card. Well, some of you, with the shadow energy, I would say that some of you may be meeting somebody that will happen unexpectedly, that you could be meeting somebody at the right, when you may go somewhere, you may do something and it might be the right place or right time. It may have to do with something where there's conflict resolution, where you have to be compromising. So it could be, I don't know, at court, it could be a mediator's office, arbitration, I don't know, I'm getting that type. So, or maybe some of you are already married and you're going through some type of conflict with your partner, and whatever it is, the conflict is going to be resolved because there's going to be some sort of clarity being brought into the situation. This is clear mind, clear heart, insight, clarity, and truth. So with you having a conversation, sorry. Oh, maybe this is confirmation. With you having a conversation, you know, building, it says building trust, making amends, compromising, and a positive outcome. It's like saying that whatever conflict you and your partner are going through, that, you know, whatever, you have to have an honest conversation, lay all your cards on the table the way I am right now, and just be honest. And, you know, whatever issues that you may be going through that may have to do with money, because I saw the Make It Rain card underneath, you just have to be honest and open. It seems like that's what the advice is, and that, you know, there can be a resolution to your conflict. Okay, so for the X, ooh, okay, someone is going through some sort of legal challenge. Maybe they're facing some sort of financial hardship that may have to do with legalities. It could be a lawsuit, maybe someone was sued, maybe it could be some sort of divorce where someone may be losing money, maybe losing their home, losing their stability, losing abundance, losing pension possibly. Now for double life and distractions, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's loving, nurturing, caring, abundant, you know. So there may be a earth sign energy involved, or it could just be somebody. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles with double life and distractions. Somebody could be distracted with work. You know, it could be that, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is building an empire, who invests, who works, puts her money where her mouth is, that type of thing, you know. But then we have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of ending happening. There's going to be an ending with double life because there's some sort of deception going on, deceptive energy. I think, like, if there is something going on, let's see if this is the bottom. Yeah, somebody's anxious and stressed out about the situation, you know, with the Seven of Swords and then the eight. No, this is Ten of Wands. Okay, so someone, double life, Ten of Wands, somebody has been overworking. I think that, okay, for whatever this is, this double life, it may not be that someone's living a lie or anything. It could be, but they're distracted. They may be distracted with work and responsibilities because the Ten of Wands has to do with, you know, being with burdens, you know, having a lot on your plate, you know. So whatever this is, you know, there may be somebody who's strategizing, trying to find a way to bring some sort of balance in, or maybe it's just simply this person is trying to be very strategic about how they can be with, you know, work out these issues that they have with their responsibilities, a lot of responsibilities, a lot on their plate, but then with their finances. It could have to do with a lot of financial responsibilities, so this person may be trying to sort out their finances in some way. Now, infatuation and spotlight, Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is someone who is very slow and steady, not necessarily popular. You know, he's working towards abundance. But what is it with the the infatuation and spotlight? What is the Knight of Pentacles with the Hangman? So someone's getting a different perspective, or someone has made some sort of sacrifice for a Knight of Pentacles energy, or looking at a situation with the Knight of Pentacles energy differently, which is a younger earth sign. Someone who's still like building up and learning, like building or working towards their stability, financial stability and abundance. With the Seven of Wands. Look, the King of Pentacles came out at the bottom. So what this is so weird. Sign matches. Somebody may be already in a relationship, but there may be an ex trying to do spell work to try to pull the person back in. That was the sign message that I just got right now. Now, Knight of Pentacles with the Hangman. Because the Seven of Wands has to do with keeping your guard up, boundaries, protecting yourself, protecting your energy, you know, defending yourself. What is this Knight of Pentacles? Jeez Louise, this card. Knight of Swords fell. I feel like somebody is trying to ground themselves in a situation. Because the Knight of Swords came on. The Knight of Swords is someone who takes a lot of quick action. Maybe a bit irrational. May be doing things too quickly before thinking, you know. So I feel like somebody's trying to slow down with something, you know. Like, let's take the toxicity out of the infatuation. So possibly somebody is infatuated with someone. It's like they made them like the spotlight, the highlight of their day, right? But they kind of want to rush towards them. They want to move towards them, but somebody has their guard up. Somebody, so I think this person is trying to look at things from a different perspective. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this person wants to kind of take it slow, be very careful with how they move, and try not to do anything that may kind of, you know, because you see she's strung up, right? She's looking at things from a different perspective. She's been enlightened about something, right? So it's like she's doing something, but it's like, like I'm saying she, but it could be anybody. So it could be a Pisces or energy that may be having their guard up with somebody, right? Because of emotions, feelings that they may be having, right? Because you see the heart is there, but then you see the Seven of Wands. It's about protection. So I think somebody's trying to protect their heart because they're looking at things from a different perspective, and they may be, you know, they may have made somebody like the highlight of their life. You know, they put this person on a spotlight, possibly on a platform, because this popular platform, narcissist loves attention. And, you know, this person is, I guess, instead of being more proactive, they're now being less proactive in some way to protect something. Because I think it may be a fear of third-party situations. This person, they want to protect their heart because they don't want to get hurt. They don't, of course, and who doesn't? That makes sense. That makes total sense. They don't want to be a fool. You know, they don't want to be trusting blindly. They don't want to put themselves in an unnecessary risk, you know, in harm's way. You know, so it's like somebody's looking at things from a different perspective, but they're doing so from a distance. It's like they're creating space so that they can protect themselves, but also still remain engaged so that they can like gauge whatever a situation is. You know, is this really love, or is this just a spell? Is this just a infatuation? Is this just a crush? You know, is this something that is long lasting, or is this something that can be something? You know, could it be a relationship? Could it be something where there is marriage? You know, did I meet this person at the right place at the right time? You know, will this conflict that I have, because you know, this is about defense, and we defend ourselves from conflict, right? So this person is creating space so that they can create, you know, bring some clarity to themselves, not allow their feelings to get the best of them, to kind of sway them in a way, because we saw the Fool card at the split. So this person wants to make sure that whatever conflict they have about this situation, they get that resolved before they move forward and, you know, proceed with putting in more action. But right now it's like somebody's pulling back, you know. And it's funny, I say pulling back and her hair looks like it's being pulled. You know, that may be significant too, okay? You know, but so that may be significant. So yeah, this is what I'm getting. I hope this was helpful in some way, somehow. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tan. I'm your reader, and I'm wishing you a great day ahead. Bye.